Hello, darlings. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're another YouTuber, let me know down in the comments and I will stub you back. Now stay safe, wear your masks, and here's the video. Hello, darlings. It's Brandy here. Today we are doing a Happy Valentine's Day collaboration with some wonderful ladies. But first, it's shameless promotion time. All right, these are some of the works of the other ladies, Miss Josie May Manny's on Instagram. She is using these beautiful anti-Valentine's Day dark roses, gilded dark roses. And that blue flower, the half one, that was in our Christmas box. And we still actually have one of those left. Okay, this is also from Miss Josie May's Manny's. It was a reel, so I had to take a quick screenshot. But we have the Boss Bitch glitter. There's only one left. And we have the Heart Bling large charms. And we have those colors available. Fire! And last but not least, we have my ambassador, Cherie, from Just Nailed It on Instagram. She's on YouTube as well. And she used our Gilded Roses, the anti-Valentine's Day, and the Dripping Hearts anti-Valentine's Day charms. They are so beautiful, and they sparkle so much. So much. Don't forget our ambassador codes KF10, CherieBaby10, or Sassy10 to save yourself 10% on your entire order. And please consider placing an order. You know, the business is really faltering, and if you value the stuff that I find, because I do put a lot of hard work into that, please consider placing an order. And don't forget that code, because I do want you to save as well. Okay, y'all, these are the four ladies I'm doing the collab with. Merry Makeup and More Too. Impressive Nails by Samantha. She is amazing with freehand painting, okay? Glitter Sparkle UK, her and her husband Andy, they have their own nail art glitter company, so check them out. And of course, Cherie from Just Nailed It, my ambassador. And Mary is new to the scene, but she has style, so definitely go check all those ladies out if you haven't. And if there's someone I missed from the collab, I'm sorry, but I went off the list of names that were in the room. So let us get on to these poppin' ass nails. Valentine's Day, anti-Valentine's Day, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so we are going to use the Madam Glam Perfect Pink and the Madam Glam Barbie Girl. I love it, and of course, they're Perfect Black as well to do the little lines on the bondage. But yes, I love the Barbie Girl especially. Love it. And again, I wasn't sure if I showed it in the first clip or not. So, y'all know how that goes, right? So, y'all know I be getting the little fuzzies and fluffies and stuff sometimes. So, I'm always careful to wipe off the nail tips just to make sure. Because one little fuzzy thing can make like 10 little bumps depending on how it is on the nail, right? And you definitely don't want that. Like, you might not be able to see it from far away. But if you're wearing them, it would be something like I would try to keep picking at it, right? Because it's just not flat where it needs to be flat. So even though I am not going through the scuffing and wiping down with alcohol and base coat and then the color, I still want the nails to have the best foot forward, right? So I tend to do that, and it drives me crazy if I get one in a bottle, knock on wood, because then, or get a couple in a bottle, and then you're just, it's such a pain, such a pain, and I don't want to do it with these colors in particular, because they are my favorite so far. I'm very interested to see what happens with the spring collections. Do you think they'll do like a macaron / pastel set? Or it seems like with the winter they went with the same sort of theme. Like I felt like they were all a little you know, dark and dingy and just you know, not the way I like to be loud as fuck and extra. So that's okay. They let me get all these pinks and that coral that I love. So I am not unhappy, of course, but I'm excited to see, you know, the differences between the collections, you know, for each month. I kind of feel bad for the perfect pink because the Barbie girl is just so poppin'. I feel like it's like taking the pink and just like overshowing, like overshadowing it. But look at how smooth they come on out and, you know, spread nicely. One coat coverage. You could go for two if you really, really thinned it out, but I would recommend one coat, full coverage, total, you know, total opaqueness. So you don't have to worry about that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And see, there I go with the little fuzzy again because I can't stand them. So that's what that little going on is if you're new here. So I just thought, you know, I'd throw that out there. Now this next part I sped up a lot because it's just putting on stickers. But y'all, I am addicted to 5D stickers. I cannot help it. I just keep buying them. And y'all know I'm getting it through the coins, so I'm not paying no $2.75 for a sheet of stickers, okay? They're like anywhere between 60 cents and usually around 89 cents. And my coins had been like adding up for a little while. So, you know, I went on a little splurge and I'm just addicted. I can't help it. I want to buy them all. But what stops me is, you know, my preferred length is double XL, and a lot of these sticker sheets are the images are very, very small. So I try to be on the lookout for ones that are longer or stackable, kind of like this one, knowing that I'm going to have to put at least 2 stickers on each nail, depending on the sheets. So I did find some glow-in-the-dark stickers that had large images, and I also found like Bratz stickers that it looks like it would fit a double XL. But to be honest, I am not a huge Bratz fan, so there's that. I don't know, but I keep looking and I keep checking. I do have to point out with these, they're kind of like the 90s puffy stickers a little bit. Because like when I went to put the mouth on the index finger, it just didn't want to stay down on one side. So there can be little issues like that with these because, you know, you can top coat them and they still give you that 5D effect as long as, you know, you're not piling a top coat on there. And yeah, it looks beautiful, but yeah, you got to be careful for that lifting, you know, you don't want to have that lifting. Okay, so here are our anti-Valentine's Day dripping hearts. I have been waiting to use these. I decided not to use the drill gel glue, even though, since it's, yeah, see, look at that sparkle. Isn't it sparkly? Okay, so when using the non-sticky nail gel glue, you cannot use gloves, okay? It sticks to it so badly, it's ridiculous. It's like picking up hard gel on your fingers, and it just, as it gets warmer, it just gets more stretchy and stickier. That's what happens when you wear gloves, right? So I'm taking my gloves off, but I'm being very, very careful to try to keep the glue gel, whatever you want to call it. I gotta think of a good name for it. The gunk, maybe? I don't know. But you don't want to have like a big spot in the middle because it does have an inhibition layer, so you'd have to try to get in there with the alcohol. And then with the gems with this, it would be a little painful to, or pain in the butt, not painful, to get in there and top coat it without getting anything on the gem. So I'm just trying to make little tubes and putting it on the back of the actual charm itself. Then attaching the charm to the nail. And now I'm going to go with my toothpick and I'm just going to move the gel around to get it to where I need it to be, or to remove some from the middle or the outside where it kind of squished out a bit. If it was just metal, I wouldn't worry about it because I would just top coat over everything. But since it has those glass gems on there that have that beautiful shine, I don't want to do that. So I'm being a little picky and like whatever with it, but it was worth it in the end because, you know, it came out the way that I wanted. Okay, now this next part, you would not believe how many times I had to do this, okay? You would think that with all the bondage nails that I had made, it would just be like dunk, 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 done. And I was just getting so frustrated because the middle of the jump ring on the nail was getting all uckified when I was putting the black mark over where it needed to be. I'll explain with this picture in a moment. Now on the website we have a set of silver jump rings. You get 4 8mm, 4 6mm, and 4 4mm for 99 cents. We also have the 6mm silver jump rings, which is what I'm using here, in our nail piercing kit and the nail piercing box. Okay, so there's jump rings everywhere. So I'm just trying to get this right in the middle. I am using my drill gel glue because I'm going to paint right over it and I'm going to top coat right over it as well. I'm just going around the outside because I don't want to have any lumps or bumps because it's going to affect the way that the bondage nails look. So once that's all set, you're going to put it in the lamp for 60 seconds to just make sure, you know, because you have to cure it, right? So, and I was just using the back end of the brush to get it down the middle. And then I did the same thing with the pinky. And now is the funny part. So I'm taking that perfect black and just putting a little bit on the palette itself. I am also taking the gel base coat and I'm putting it on the palette, because using a gel brush, which is very new to me, like doing it the quote-unquote right way, I am taking my Madam Glam striping brush, which is my absolute favorite of theirs. I don't know if it's because I got that one first, but I just absolutely love it. So it had clear base coat in it from cleaning it after the last time I used it, but you know, that does tend to get a little dried out and sticky even when you have your cap on it. So you put a little base coat down and then you put your brush in it to get it to be more lively and, you know, not just stiff like that. Now I wanted to show you the way that the striping brush works and why I like it so much. So I slowed this down to as slow as it would go, right? Because otherwise it's hard to see. It's basically like flat, like a crimped acrylic brush, but you can also use the side as well. So looking at that, you're seeing the thin side there. I'm going to move my hand in a second so that you'll be able to see a little bit better. So that's the thin part, and then when you turn it, you can see the wide part, and the wide part is the one that I mostly use. But if I need to have small lines, I will turn it to the side and then just use the tip. There we go. I'm like, am I ever going to turn it? I mean, I know it's moving slow, but so that is the longer, or I don't know how to describe it, like the thicker flat side, if that makes any sense. But like I said, showing it regularly, it just didn't really work. So I slowed it down super, maybe a little bit too slow, but see, and now I'm turning it again and we get that nice flat look, like the thin look. So that is the difference with the striping brush, if you are interested, because I love it and I just wanted to point that out as we go back to our regular fast speed now. Okay, so my plan here was to do the stripes just like that, put it over and get them done, right? And I'm using the flat part, obviously. And I go to do it again, and then I realize that one is more like they're not the right angles together, right? Like one is different from the other, and they're supposed to be even. So I wipe it off and start again. And I come through with a bunch of different little troubles, and I'm going to leave all those bloopers in for y'all so that you can see. Even something like this, like that, I should be able to just bang out super quick. Sometimes you just need to get back into the swing of things, or it's just not clicking the right way, or what may have you, right? So I wanted to leave these in. And yes, it is sped up, so that's fairly, you got to take your time with straight lines. That's all. Like it, you know, people watch like reels and shorts and stuff like that, and they're like, oh wow, I can do that, and they're trying to speed through it, and it doesn't work, you know, because it's sped up to make that time. And then like that bottom line was way too thick compared to the other two, so I was like, nope, gotta do that again. Oh, I do have a funny story too while you're watching me fuck around with this. When I first started, I wanted to do a set of bondage nails, and I was using striping tape, and I was trying to take the striping tape and put it, like, we'll use this example, like the Y. And I was trying to put one part of the tape over the jump ring part and the other part of the tape, you know, up the nail. So I'm like trying to individually do this, and like as I go to the next section, one section falls off the ring, and then I almost get it. I go to put it on the nail, and another one falls off, or I got it crooked on the nail, so I go to move it and then it falls off. And I was so frustrated. I went through like 2 rolls of fucking striping tape, which I didn't care because it's not like it's expensive, but there was this big pile of striping tape next to me, right? And I ended up only doing one nail like that because I was so pissed off. I do have a picture of it, and I don't give a fuck what you guys think about it, but it's a pretty awful set. But I'm gonna put it up here anyway so you can see, because it was one of my first big ones, okay? So obviously that one in the middle bottom is what I was talking about. But if you go to the top ring finger, that stamping is crooked as fuck, okay? The skeleton, horror. And yeah, the one that I actually was trying to tape for the bondage, that's all crooked and a hot ass mess. It's pretty bad when you look back at a nail set and you think, oh wow, the nails with the Fimo look the best. No shade to Fimo because I do love it, but yeah, it was a hot mess. But I look at what I have now and how I work now, and compared to back then, that's how I judge myself. Like, I know you can drive yourself absolutely insane. I know I've said this like a million times, but you look at these people's nails and how easy and quick they can do things, and you know, it's depressing when you compare yourself to them when you're starting out, or it's only been a few years, or whatever, right? So, what I try to do is I only compare myself to myself. So, as long as I'm growing and learning and doing better, I don't worry about what's going on over here or what that person is doing over there. You know, I'm going to do me the way that you know I want to do it. And if my growth is a little less quick than other people's, so what? So what? As long as you're having a good time, having fun, and yeah, so don't worry about all that, and be proud of yourself that you've come however far, or even just taking those first steps of trying something new. Like, it's just so important, so important. So, yeah, I'm babbling at the mouth today. But for everyone that needs to hear it, I'm proud of you. It's hard work, and it's scary, and it takes time, and it's even worse when your family or your loved ones like look down on you for it, or like are unsupportive completely, like, oh yeah, that's nice, well why are you wasting your time doing this, you know, that looks horrible, what are you trying to do here, stuff like that. And they don't understand how hurtful it is, right? So just know that there is someone out there, I'm talking about me, that is proud of you, because I've been there, and I've had my family say stuff like that, and I'm still here. I'm still going. I got the business going, but you know, I could use some orders because I don't know where we're gonna be, but I'm not gonna stress about it because I know that something will come through, because I have been working hard and long, and yeah. So I love y'all. I think that everyone that has taken the chance is amazing. Sorry for that noise. I tend to fiddle and fidget and stuff. But I do want to say, please consider subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that bell. Like, comment, share. All that stuff is a free, quick, and easy way to support any YouTuber, not just me, not just nail YouTubers. It really, really means a lot. The more interaction we get, whether it's positive or negative, that is what YouTube's algorithms use to pick what videos to promote. And YouTube is definitely not small creator friendly. It's always like the big channels, so any little bit that you can do, take that 1 second to hit that like button, and it really helps us a lot. Okay, so this is the finished look, finally. I actually ended up going back in and not redoing the lines, but doing it like a second coat of it, because there were a couple spots that were thin. And of course I had to add more piercing. I was looking at it and I'm like, I am not satisfied with this. What is missing? How can you have bondage nails without piercings? My brain was like, I don't know where it was, but it wasn't here. So, here is the finished look, you know, with the darker lines and the piercings. I absolutely love them. I haven't taken the pictures on my hand yet, but they are fire. Please don't forget to consider ordering from our website. It really is a make or break time for us. So please, and thank you. Don't forget about all that YouTube-y stuff. Like, share, subscribe, and please check out the other ladies in the collab. There will be a playlist in the description box, so please go check them out as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have a very happy, a very happy Valentine's Day, or anti-Valentine's Day, un-Valentine's Day, whichever it is for you. I hope your day is marvelous. And I think that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a marvelous day. And thanks again. Mwah.